Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Too Lazy to Read. Joining me is Clara, who for this particular book has promised to be even more emotionally available than usual, which I find both admirable and risky.
Hello, everyone. I'm Clara, and I am extremely ready for this one because today's book is short, eerie, romantic, brainy, sad, funny in a very dry way, and deeply untrustworthy. It is the kind of novella that looks tiny in your hand and then crawls into your thoughts and refuses to pay rent.
I won't disagree with you there. We are talking about The Invention of Morel by Adolfo Bioy Casares, which I hope I pronounced that right. If you have heard the title but never quite known what the thing actually is, here is the simple version. It is a story about a fugitive on a deserted island who falls in love with a woman who does not answer him, discovers a machine that can preserve people forever, and then has to decide whether forever is a miracle or a very elegant form of death.
Which is a deeply Bioy title, isn't it? The Invention of Morel sounds so calm, so harmless. Like a gentleman has patented a fountain pen. But no, absolutely not. The invention is trouble.
Immense trouble, but intelligent trouble, which is the most dangerous kind. And before we begin the actual story, a tiny bit of background, because it helps. Adolfo Bioy Casares was an Argentine writer and a close friend of Jorge Luis Borges. Borges admired this novella enormously and wrote the prologue to the first edition. That matters because Borges was not in the habit of tossing flowers at people for breathing correctly. He took this book seriously. He thought it was something special. And once you see how tightly this story is built, you understand why.
It feels very designed, very exact, like a music box that also contains a nervous breakdown.
Perfect description. This is not loose fantasy. This is what Borges loved to call reasoned imagination, one impossible idea carried out so carefully that it starts feeling more solid than reality. So let us begin with the narrator. He does not give us his name, he gives us his situation. He is a fugitive, hiding from the law after being sentenced to life imprisonment. He insists, more than once, that he was condemned unjustly, which may be true, or maybe the sort of thing all fugitives say while trying not to die in a swamp. The book never gives us the full, neat explanation. That is deliberate. It keeps him slightly unstable in our minds. We know he is frightened, educated, proud, suspicious and tired. We do not fully know what he did.
And that uncertainty matters because from the beginning you feel you are inside the thoughts of someone intelligent but not exactly emotionally balanced.
Yes. He is not a simple, innocent victim washed up by fate. He is sharp, intense, funny without meaning to be funny, and paranoid enough to think reality itself may be plotting against him. He ends up on a remote island because a man in Calcutta tells him about it. Already, this is a far better literary world than ours. In modern fiction, you would get an encrypted file and a burner phone. Here you get an Italian rug merchant giving fugitive travel advice.
A tremendous improvement, frankly.
Indeed. The rug merchant tells him the island is deserted and safe. It had once been visited by wealthy people who built a museum, a chapel, and a swimming pool. Then they abandoned it. There are also rumors of a terrible disease associated with the place. People who go there supposedly lose their hair, their nails, their skin, and eventually die. So naturally, it becomes the ideal refuge.
I love literature's definition of ideal refuge. No people, no laws, mysterious disease, unstable tides, probably cursed. Perfect.
Exactly. The narrator goes anyway because a dangerous island is still better than prison. He rows there, is nearly destroyed by the journey, and arrives half-broken. Now, one of the best things about this novella is that for quite a while, It looks like a castaway story told by someone with slightly too much imagination and only moderately reliable nerves. He begins keeping a diary. He explores the island. He notes everything. The museum is not really a museum in the normal sense. It is more like a grand